Hello dear grade 6 children. Today we are going to study the last lesson of the science textbook, that is weather and climate. Now I'm sure you all are familiar with these terms weather and climate because these are the things that we talk about in our day-to-day lives, right? So if you watch the news, you know that there's a new segment called weather report. So there you can learn what is the condition, atmospheric condition in our country, and about the rainfall, about temperature as well. Okay. So under this lesson, we are going to discuss about different topics under this weather and climate. So let's see what are the topics that we are going to discuss about. So the first topic we are going to learn about is weather and then climate. So even though these both the topics look the same, we are going to learn that they are two different things. Okay? But under weather and climate, we are going to learn about the same factors. Right, children? And then studying data related to weather. Under this topic, we are going to learn what are the factors affecting this weather and climate and how to measure those different factors, how to collect data related to these different types of factors, okay? Then, designing apparatus to measure weather. So, under this topic, we are going to learn how to design different types of instruments, right? To measure each factor, okay? And finally, we are going to learn about natural disasters occur due to climatic changes. Right, so you all are familiar with different types of natural disasters as well. You all have learned about different types of natural disasters in your lower grades. So we are going to learn about some of these natural disasters under this last topic. So let's start our lesson now. Weather. Our first topic is weather. Look at this, children. The following is a weather forecast telecast on a particular day in November. You all know, as I mentioned you all earlier, in the news there's a segment called weather report or weather forecast. Okay, so let's go through this one. Showers will occur in western and eastern provinces. Thunder showers will occur in western, southern and Sabaragamuwa provinces during the evening. There will be brief, strong winds with thunder showers. The meteorological department requests the people to take necessary steps to prevent from damages caused by lightning and thunder. Okay, so here in this weather report, we discuss about some environmental factors, okay? Showers, which mean rains, right? Showers means rain, will occur in western and eastern provinces. Thunder showers, right? Rain with thunder will occur in western, southern and Sabaragamuwa provinces during the evening. There will be brief, strong winds. Brief, strong winds with thunder showers again. The meteorological department requests the people to take necessary steps to prevent from damages caused by lightning and thunder. What is the importance of these type of weather reports, children? The weather forecast, why do we have to listen to the weather forecast? Number one, so when we organize our day-to-day activities, according to the weather reports, if we know that it's going to rain, we can postpone certain different outdoor activities. Okay, so there are different seasons, the rainy seasons, or sometimes because of many other factors, sudden rains occur. So in those type of instances, if you listen to this weather report, you know that you have to postpone those type of outdoor activities. Okay, and the other thing, sometimes during this weather forecast, they warn about certain natural disasters. Now here, the meteorological department requests the people to take necessary steps to prevent from damages caused by lightning and thunder. Right? So those type of instances, we have to stay indoors without going outside. Okay, children? So we can prevent accidents caused by natural disasters. Okay? So to organize our day-to-day activities and to prevent disastrous situations, we need to listen to the weather report. Okay, children? So now we are going to watch a video on this type of weather report.
Hello once again. The authorities in southern China are working on the flood defences here because of the Mayu front, which is bringing some more very heavy seasonal rains here. That's the weather system there that's been producing those heavy downpours around 97 rivers at warning level at present. That line of cloud and rain rolls all the way out to the east of Japan, and it will continue to just get pushed out into the open waters here, just pulsing that heavy rain out of southern parts of China. North of that's fine and dry. Some pleasant sunshine into central China, up towards the north of the country. 1 or 2 showers into the Korean Peninsula, 1 or 2 showers too into northern areas of Japan as we go through Saturday and on into Sunday. Showers should become fewer and further between. That's certainly the case across the Korean Peninsula, northern areas of China, fine and dry. 30 Celsius there in Shanghai. The rain keeps coming down across southern parts of China, so further flooding concerns going on here. Flooding concerns too into parts of Indochina, some heavier downpours coming through here. Could see some heavier rain just pushing towards the Philippines as we go on through Saturday, and the usual rash of showers across a good part of Southeast Asia. Plenty of showers too into the southwest of India. Our old tropical cyclone now brings some very heavy rain up towards the north.
Right, children. So you watch that weather forecast. I hope now this part is very clear for y'all. Okay? We'll move on to the next assignment we have to do. You may have heard weather reports as above. You already listened to one of that, right? In different media. So there are different TV channels, radio channels. So they all present this type of weather report. Okay? So listen to a weather forecast in a particular channel for a week and record the details. Now you all can do this very easily. Okay, so to get a better idea about weather and climate and what are the factors affecting weather and climate, you can listen to a weather report or weather forecast for about a week of time. Right, children? But make sure you pick one channel, radio channel or TV channel. You can pick one channel and listen to the weather forecast for a week of time, and you can record the details. Okay? Another way is there. You can also get information about the day's weather from the following web address of the meteorological department. Okay, look at this one, www.meteor.gov.lk. So this is the website. You can easily visit this website and get information about the daily weather report. Okay. Now we are going to watch another video on this website. So you saw what are the steps to follow that to visit that website, and I hope you all will visit that website and get information on the weather report for today. Okay? Right. We'll move on to the next. Look at this one, children. The following table shows some details of weather that a grade 6 student recorded. Okay? Right. Look at now here date. 2 dates are given. Right, 17th and 18th of September. Okay. Different cities are given. Now there are these cities: Anuradhapura, Badulla, Batticaloa, Colombo, Galle, Hambantota. Right, children, 6 different cities, 2 days. Okay. And the rainfall, different data are given. Rainfall, average temperature, humidity. Now when we give the rainfall, the unit of measuring the rainfall is millimeters, right? And the unit of measuring the average temperature is degrees Celsius, right? Now to measure humidity, we represent the humidity as a percentage, okay? So what is the meaning of humidity, children? Now about rainfall and temperature, you all are familiar with. What is humidity, children? Humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. You all know that atmosphere means it's a mixture of gases, different types of gases present. What are the gases that you all know? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor also another type of gas. Gaseous state of water is known as water vapor, right? So the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere changes from time to time, place to place, okay? So humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere at a particular time, okay? Right, let's go through this list. Look at the first date, right? The rainfall, Anuradhapura 1.8 millimeters and Badulla and Batticaloa 0.0, which means there's no rainfall at all. Colombo 0.9, Galle 0.3 millimeters and Hambantota 0.6 millimeters. Okay, look at the next day, Anuradhapura. Now the first day Anuradhapura rainfall is 1.8 millimeters. Here no rainfall at all. Badulla, the first day and second day both no rainfall. Batticaloa also first day and second day both no rainfall. Okay. So Colombo, the first day rainfall is 0.9 millimeters, second day 8.4 millimeters, right? So Galle 0.3 here 18.0, okay? Hambantota 0.6 millimeters in the first day and the second day 47.6, the rain, like more rains, okay? Let's go through the temperature. So the first day, the 17th, Anuradhapura temperature is 27.8 degrees Celsius, right? Badulla 30.1 degrees Celsius. Batticaloa 32.4. Colombo 28.0. Galle 27.5. Hambantota 28.9. Right? So when you look at this average temperature, which city has the highest average temperature? 27.8, 30.1, 32.4. Now this is the highest temperature. Let's write it. I'll write highest. Which city has the lowest temperature, children? Now here this one is 27.8, 27.5. This is less than this, therefore Galle has the lowest temperature. Right, children? So we'll consider this one as well. We could not mention that. Now here this rainfall, the first day the highest rainfall can be seen in Anuradhapura. This is the highest. Here there's no rainfall, right? And in this part, the second day highest rainfall is Hambantota. Right, children? So we'll move back to temperature column. The second day, 18th, Anuradhapura temperature is 26.4, right? Less than the first day. And here, Badulla 21.0, again less than that of the first day. Then Batticaloa 26.6, less than that of the first day, right? Then Colombo 25.2, Galle 26.6 and Hambantota 26.2, right? So if you consider the 18th, the second day or the 18th, where can we see the highest temperature, highest average temperature? We can see 26.4 and 26.6. Here also 26.6. This is 26.2. So these two have the highest temperatures. Batticaloa and Galle. Lowest temperature 21, Badulla. This is the lowest. Okay, children. So when you go through this type of table, you can get an idea, you can get more information about the different factors affecting this weather. Okay. So humidity. Humidity means, I already explained you all, the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay. Right. Here humidity 80%, 85, 50%, 85%, 80%, 85%, 75%. Right. So 80, 85% means more water vapor present in the atmosphere. Okay. Right. So humidity of the second day 85%. Now here Anuradhapura earlier 80%, here 85%, more water vapor than the first day. Here 50%, 90%, now here 50%. Compared to the other cities, now in the first day, Badulla has the lowest humidity, lowest amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, but here it has increased up to 90. Okay? And Batticaloa 85%, Colombo 90%, Galle 95% and Hambantota 90%. Right, children? So these type of details, now to compare between different cities, we can use these type of details and we can come to a conclusion that what would be the weather conditions like. Okay? We'll move on to the next. We have some questions to answer. Okay? Study the above table and answer the questions. Right? What is the unit used to measure the rainfall? Now we discussed this one. What is the unit, children? Now here, next to rainfall, the unit is there, millimeter. Right? Millimeter. Let's write. Now this is the symbol to write millimeter. So when we write the unit, we are going to write it in words. Okay? What is the unit? Millimeter. What is the unit used to measure the temperature? What was the unit, children? Here? Degrees Celsius. Okay? Degrees Celsius. We'll write that. Now, this is the symbol. This is how you write degrees Celsius. That degree mark can capital C. But when you write, you can write Celsius unit. Celsius unit. Okay. Third one. Which city recorded the highest rainfall on 17th? Right? Which city recorded the highest rainfall on 17th, which means the first day? Look at this one. Highest rainfall was recorded in Anuradhapura. Okay, Anuradhapura. 17th, this is 18, this is 17. So to see this clearly, I'll put a line like this. Above this line, the blue line, 17th, below the blue line, 18th, okay? So, highest rainfall was recorded in Anuradhapura on the 17th. Which city recorded the highest rainfall? Anuradhapura. Anuradhapura, right? Which city recorded the highest temperature on 17th? The same day, highest temperature, right? Look at this temperature column. Highest was recorded in Batticaloa, right? 27, 30, 32, 28, 27.5, 28.9. So 32.4 Batticaloa, right? Batticaloa. Okay, children? Next question. Which city recorded the highest difference in the rainfall from 17th to 18th? Right? Which city recorded the highest difference? Rainfall difference. Now you all know that when we went through the list, right? The first day and second day, when you consider each city, the first day and second day rainfalls are different. Okay? So what is the highest difference? Now some of you might be able to, just by looking at this, some of you might be able to decide what is the city with the highest difference. But I suggest you all have to calculate one by one. Okay, let's do it now. So first let's take Anuradhapura. First day 1.8, second day 0, which means what is the difference? 1.8 minus 0 means 1.8. I will write the difference here. 1.8. Okay. Second one, Badulla. Here 0, here also 0. So there's no difference. Right? Batiklo. Third one is Batiklo. Batiklo, here 0, here also 0. There's no difference again. So you have to find the highest difference. Okay? Colombo. 0.9, here 8.4. So 8.4 minus 0.9. 14 minus 9, 5, and here 7. Right? 7.5. Galle, 0.3 here, 18.0 here. So from the large number, we have to substitute. So 18.0 minus, here Galle, 0.3. 10 minus 3, 7. Here 7. 17.7. And here Hambantota, 0.6, here 47.6, right? So 47.6 minus 0.6, because we have to find the difference. 6 minus 6, 0, and here 47. Okay. So here I wrote the difference of this rainfall between the 17th and 18th. So Anuradhapura 1.8, Badulla Batiklo there's no difference because there's no rainfall at all. Colombo 7.5, Galle 17.7, Hambantota 47. Therefore, the highest difference of rainfall can be seen in Hambantota. Okay? Hambantota. Right. Number 6. Which city recorded the highest difference in temperature? Again, this time highest difference in temperature between the 2 days, right? Temperature from 17th to 18th, okay? Let's calculate that one again. Right. Okay, look at the first one, Anuradhapura. So on the 17th, its temperature is 27.8. The second day it is 26.4, right? 27.8 minus 26.4. 8 minus 4, 2, 7 minus 6, 1, 0. 1.2. Here I'll write 1.2, the difference. Okay? Badulla 30.1, here 21.0. Right? 30.1 minus 21.0. 1, 9. Right? 9.1. Then Batiklo. Here 32.4. Here Batiklo 26.6. 32.4 minus 26.6. Right. 14 minus 6, 8. 0.65, right, 5.8. Okay, right. Colombo, 28.0, here 25.2. 28.0 minus 25.2. 10 minus 2, 8. 7 minus 5, 2. 2.8. Right? Gaul, 27.5, here 26.6. 27.5, 26.6. 9, 0. 0.9. Hambantota, 26.2 here 28.9. Here 28.9 minus 26.2. 7, 2. 2.7. Right? Did we do it right? Okay, 47, right. 2.8 should be 4. 8 minus 4, it should be 4. Right. Right. It should be here 1.4. Okay. So in this case, the difference 1.4, 9.1, 5.8, 2.8, 0.9, 2.7. Okay. So the highest difference is in Badulla, 9.1. Okay. Right. Which city recorded the highest difference in temperature? Badulla. Right. Number 7. Which city recorded the lowest humidity? The lowest humidity on 17th. Okay. Lowest humidity on 17th. So this is the humidity column. 17th, lowest. Here 80, 50, 85, 80, 85, 75%, right? So the lowest is 50, which means Badulla. Okay? Badulla. And number 8. What was the humidity in that city on 18th? 18th, in the same city, Badulla. What was the humidity on 18th? Let's go through that. 18th, Badulla, humidity is 90, right? 90%. 90%. Right. So we were given a table with different information on temperature, rainfall and humidity, and now we answered some questions. So I hope you understood that there are different factors affecting the weather, right? When you collect information on weather, you have to consider about these factors. Now we already know there are 3 factors affecting according to the table that we studied. What were the factors again? Temperature, rainfall and humidity. Okay, children? We'll move on to the next. Okay. So the factors that determine the weather are, now we already know 3 factors. We'll write them. What are those factors? Temperature, rainfall or amount of rainfall, humidity. Write humidity. What is humidity again? Let's write. the amount of water vapor or gaseous water vapor in the atmosphere. Right. So what about the fourth factor, children? We can even consider about the wind, because the nature of the wind changes from time to time, place to place, right? Nature of the wind. So we can consider the speed of the wind changes, from which direction it flows from also changes from time to time based on different reasons, okay? So nature of the wind, the speed and the direction. Okay? The speed of the wind and the direction of the wind. Okay, children? Right? So the factors that determine the weather are temperature, rainfall, humidity, which means the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere, and finally the nature of the wind, which means like we can consider the speed of the wind and the flowing direction as well. Okay? Right. These factors change very often. As I told you all, they don't remain the same because of many other reasons. These factors change. Right? We observed it very clearly in this table. See, when we consider 6 different cities, the temperature, rainfall, humidity, they change. Between 2 days, they change. They're not the same. Okay? So, which means these are not constant values. They always change based on the place, based on other environmental factors also they change. Okay? So, these factors change very often. So, the word weather. So, how to write a definition for weather, children? Okay, what is weather then? So, the word weather can be defined as follows. Look at this very carefully. This is the definition of weather, right? Weather is an atmospheric conditions, because all these changes take place in the atmosphere. Right, children? All these things, changes take place in the atmosphere. Now, remember, in grade 7, you all are going to learn more about the atmosphere. So, when you learn about the atmosphere, you all are going to learn that there are 5 layers of the atmosphere. Now, the atmosphere means the air layer that present around the earth. Okay? So, you are going to learn that there are 5 layers in the atmosphere. Okay, the lowest layer, the layer which is closest to the earth, is known as the troposphere. So, I'll show you like this. So, if this is the earth, the air layer or the atmosphere present around the earth, like this. Okay, now this atmosphere also divided into 5 other layers. Right? So, the layer that is closest to the earth, this layer, it is known as the troposphere. Right? So, all the weather changes take place in this troposphere. Right, children? That is why weather is an atmospheric conditions, because it takes place in the atmosphere, part of the atmosphere, right? So, weather is an atmospheric conditions at a specific place during a short time period, right? Specified place during a short time period. Okay? So, we'll go back to the table again. Specified place, here very clearly the names of the cities given, which means we know where these changes taken place at, right? And during a short time period, now here 2 days are given, right? 2 days means short time period. Within 2 days, how these factors change, differ from each other. Okay, children? So, this is known as the weather, right? The weather is an atmospheric conditions at a specific place in a particular place during a short time period. It's known as weather. Right, children? Okay, we'll move on to the next. Now we are going to learn about climate. Now earlier we learned about the weather. Now when we think about weather and climate, we feel like they're almost the same. But after learning this topic, you are going to learn that they are two different things. They are closely related, but they are two different things. Okay? Right. We'll go through this. The meteorological department collects the daily weather reports of certain cities in Sri Lanka. They have high-tech instruments, different apparatuses to collect these different types of data. Now you all know that what these data related to rainfall, related to temperature, humidity, likewise, okay? The following table shows some data prepared using the weather reports for 30 years. Now that is a long period of time. Earlier we discussed on that table within 2 days. Right, children, within 48 hours or 2 days, which means a short period of time. Now look at this one. This table is given on data, right, where the data was collected for over 30 years, for a long period of time. Right, children? So here 3 cities are given: Colombo, Nuwara, Hambantota. Average daily temperature. Now daily temperature changes from time to time. Daily basis it changes, but average temperature or normal temperature can be given. Average daily temperature in degrees Celsius. Maximum temperature of Colombo city 30.6. Minimum temperature 24.1. Right? Nuwara, maximum temperature is 20.2. We know that Nuwara is a cold area, right? So the maximum temperature is 20.2. If you compare the minimum temperature of Colombo city and the maximum temperature of Nuwara, the maximum temperature of Nuwara is even lower than that of the minimum temperature of the Colombo city, right? Right. So Nuwara 20.2, maximum, minimum 11.6. It's very cold, right? Hambantota, maximum temperature is 30.0, minimum temperature is 24.0. Right, children? Average annual rainfall in millimeters, okay? Colombo, annual rainfall is 2519.7. Right? Nuwara, 1709.2. Hambantota, 1045.0. Okay, so when you consider average annual rainfall, Colombo is the highest. Colombo is the highest. Hambantota is the lowest. Okay, children, right. We will see these questions given. Study the above table and answer the given questions, right? Which city has the highest average temperature? Which city has the highest average temperature? Right. Look at this one. Highest average temperature. When you consider Colombo, now here maximum temperature is given. Colombo 30.6, Nuwara 20.2, Hambantota 30.0. Now when you consider this column, Colombo has the highest, Nuwara has the lowest. Right? When you consider this column, Colombo 24.1, Nuwara 11.6, Hambantota 24.0. Again, Colombo has the highest, Nuwara has the lowest. What was our question again, children? Which city has the highest average temperature? So when you consider both maximum and minimum temperatures, the highest average temperatures present in Colombo, right? Okay. Colombo. Which city has the lowest average temperature? It is Nuwara. Both the columns, okay? Nuwara. Nuwara Eliya. Which city has the highest rainfall? Highest rainfall also recorded in, you can see, Colombo, right? Which city has the lowest rainfall? Where can we find the lowest rainfall out of these three cities? That is Hambantota, right? Right. So now we answer two sets of questions related to the tables. Now the first table was about 2 days between 6 different cities. 2 days how the temperature, rainfall and humidity changes, which means within a short period of time. Right. Here we used a table. Here this table was based on for about 30 years, which means for a long period of time. Again, how the temperature and annual rainfall changes. Okay, children? So I hope you understood that when you consider these weather changes, some changes are based on like short term, that is we already learned as weather. Apart from that, these long term changes also there. What is it called, children? We'll go see. So here, after studying the weather conditions of a certain area, for a long period of time, so we consider 30 years, right? At least for 30 years. The climate of that area can be decided. Climate. Right. So what is climate? Now here given the definition for climate, right? Climate is the prevailing weather, right? The weather conditions going on for a long period of time, right? Prevailing weather conditions in an area for a long time period. For a long time period. Prevailing weather. Weather that remains for a long time. Okay? So climate is the prevailing weather condition in an area for a long time period. What is weather again? Weather means the atmospheric changes that takes place in a certain area or a particular area within a short period of time, during a short period of time. Right, now here climate is the prevailing weather conditions. Now weather conditions means atmospheric conditions again. Right, prevailing atmospheric conditions in an area for a long time period. Now you all know what are the factors affecting weather. What are the factors affecting these different atmospheric changes, children? Temperature, rainfall, humidity, speed of the wind, direction of the wind likewise. Okay? So climate means after studying of a certain area, about a certain area, between the changes between rainfall and temperature and all, after studying for a long period of time, we can come to a conclusion that what would be the climate like. Right, children? But the thing is, in order to decide the climate of a certain place, a certain area, we have to observe the weather changes. So we have to collect information about the weather changes of that area for a very long period of time. At least for about 30 years we have to observe. Okay, children? Right. Okay. Studying data related to weather. Why do we have to study the data related to weather? Sometimes you all know climatic changes take place, right? You all know now there's an incident taking place called global warming. Because of global warming, the temperature of the entire earth increasing day by day, right? So in that case, so after about another 30-40 years, the average temperature of a particular place wouldn't be the same. It might be slightly higher than the remaining temperature now. Okay. So to study what's happening with different climatic changes, weather changes, and to find out what are the reasons for these things, we have to study about this data related to weather. Okay, right. So the meteorological department keeps daily records about the weather. So thereby, whenever they want to come to a conclusion certain changes take place in the environment, they can go through those data that they have kept for years and they can check what is happening with that particular area. Okay, right. So the following graph shows the rainfall in Colombo during the 12 months of a particular year, one whole year given in a graph. What is the importance of using this type of graph other than using some figures, some numbers? Now you all know that when we look at a graph, this is a bar chart, this is a bar graph, right? We can, just by looking at this, we can get an idea very quickly, right? So this is easier to study. This takes less time to understand. Therefore, other than using figures or numbers, it's very easy to get an idea using a graph like this. Right, let's go through this. Now here, rainfall given in millimeters. We'll write here rainfall. So you all know when it comes to a graph, there are two axes. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. So the x-axis here gives the time in months and y-axis gives the rainfall in millimeters, right? Now here y-axis starting from 0, 50, 100, 150, 200, likewise it increases, okay? Now here from January to December, one whole year, right? So by looking at this one, we can easily get an idea what is the highest rainfall, what is the lowest rainfall, likewise. We'll look at this one. Now look at this, January. The month of January, what is the rainfall? Here about 50, between 50 and 100. We can say simply, let's say 75, right? About 75, okay? And here February, you have to take this along with this line, okay? It's about 50, okay? Rainfall is 50 millimeters. March, it's about, it's not half between 150, it's between this 100 line and 150 line, but it's not at the half. Therefore, we can consider it's like about 25. So let's consider this is 125. We'll simply write, I'll write here 75. Here 50 millimeters. Here 125, let's consider. This is 250. This is about 275. Right. And here June, we can consider little less than 200, 175 maybe. Here, little higher than that of 100 line. Again, we can consider, if you look carefully, you will see March and July looks almost the same. Therefore, we'll consider this one also as 125. Right? Here, this is about 75. January and August almost look the same, 75. September, 150 line, okay. October, it's a line with this line, 350, right. November, 300 line, and finally December, a little less than 150. We will take 140 maybe, right? Okay. So when you look at this graph, you can easily understand where is the lowest rainfall, where is the highest rainfall. Now here, October month shows the highest rainfall and this February shows the lowest rainfall, okay. So at the same time, some months show similar pattern of rainfall, right? For example, now here January and August have the similar amount of rainfall throughout the month. March and July also look the same, okay? Right, we have some questions to answer on this. We'll see. Study the graph and answer the following questions. What is the month with the highest rainfall? We just discussed it. Right? What is the month with the highest rainfall? That is October. Right? That is October. And what was the rainfall? What was the rainfall again? October, 350 millimeters. We have to write the unit as well, right? 350 millimeters. You can even write in words. What is the month with the lowest rainfall? Lowest rainfall? February. What is the rainfall? 50, right? February. Okay, right. So now it's very clear when these type of data is represented using a graph like this, we can understand them better than earlier. Okay, other than using figures, it's a very good way to use this type of bar graph to understand these details better. Okay, just by looking at the graph, we can understand where's the highest, where's the lowest, what are the months that has with similar rainfall and all. Okay, right. Okay. Now we have another chart here. The following graph shows the average temperature in Colombo City during the 12 months of a particular year. Again, throughout the year in Colombo City, this time the temperature. Earlier it was rainfall, this time it is the temperature. Now here, what is the x-axis? The time given in months, right? And here temperature, y-axis temperature is given in degrees Celsius. Okay? So look at January, the month of January, what is the temperature? 30.5. We'll write here 30.5. February also 30.5. 30.5. March 31.5. April 32. May 31. We'll write 31.0. June 30.5. June, July both 30.5. So, and even August. We'll write like this 30.5. September and October similar, which means 31. 31. November 31.5, similar with March. Right? December, the minimum temperature 30. The lowest temperature 30 degrees Celsius. Right, children? So what is the highest temperature? 32 degrees Celsius. That was, appeared in April. Right, and the lowest temperature in December, 30 degrees Celsius. Okay? Let's go to the questions. Study the graph and answer the following questions. Okay? What is the month with the highest temperature? Highest temperature, April. What is the month with the lowest temperature? Right? That is December. Okay? So after going through these two graphs, it's very clear that sometimes we have to collect different information about different factors affecting weather, and sometimes we have to study this information for different reasons. Right, children? Okay, now we have completed the first chapter of this lesson. Do you remember what we learned under this chapter, children? We learned what are the factors affecting weather, atmospheric changes. Under that we learned that the factors like temperature, rainfall, humidity and changes in the wind, like the speed of the wind and the direction of the wind, are the factors affecting or factors determining the atmospheric changes. Okay, and again we learned the difference between weather and climate, and we learned that sometimes we have to study different information, data about that weather using graphs. And in the next chapters we are going to learn more about these changes.